Hey guys, it's Liz from The Adventures of Island Girl, coming at you with our very first installment of our new Ask an Island Girl Q&A series. I got a lot of amazing responses to our initial invitation to ask me anything you'd like about life on an island, changing your life, taking a chance and making things totally different. And I'm super stoked to be able to go through them and respond to everyone privately, and also select a few with the asker's permission to make into a video blog. So let's get to it. The first question that I'm going to do today is a question from Meredith in my home state of Wisconsin, who was kind enough to send me a question asking, what's the one thing I miss the most as an expat living in the Caribbean? And I have to say, I've been an expat since September of 2011, so I'm coming upon my 7th anniversary living outside the US. And what I miss most has changed dramatically over the years. So when I first got here, I missed pretty tangible things that I was quite used to. Having moved from Seattle, I was quite used to having a to-go coffee cup in my clutches at every moment. Because you could find a coffee shop on every corner and a drive-through practically on every other corner. So going through life in Seattle, I drank a lot of coffee, and when I first moved here, one of the first things that I found most shocking was that I had to make my own coffee in the morning. And since I wasn't particularly skilled at making specialty drinks like lattes and macchiatos, I drank a lot of black coffee in a cup. And I kept thinking, gosh, I really miss having a to-go coffee shop. In 7 years, I can tell you that we now have 2 coffee shops and you can get lattes and fancy coffee drinks anywhere. But back in the old days, when I first got here, no way. It wasn't how it worked. Fast forward to now, 7 years later, and I'm happy to report that most of the superficial things that I missed a lot when I first got here, I've gotten over, way over, because you learn how to adapt when you live on a rock. Today, the things I miss the most are those intangibles, particularly nurturing my relationships with my friends and family back in the US. I don't get back as often as I wish I could, so I have to make do with Skype, FaceTime, whatever ways I can keep connected with people. But what I'm missing a lot these days is the impromptu kind of get-togethers and the impromptu arrangements to socialize with my family and my friends back in the States. And I think that that is probably something that plagues expats no matter where they live. But for myself, living in the far southern Caribbean, airfare is super expensive to get back to the US. It's cheaper for me to actually fly to Amsterdam, which I can do every single day of the week, for much less than the US airlines charge me to come back to the US on one of the US carrier flights. So I don't come back to the US as often as I'd like. I'd like to change that in the future, because when I do go back, I'm finding that each trip back, rather than feeling super excited about coming back to the Caribbean, I'm always wishing that I could extend my stays a little longer. It's nothing drastic. It's not like I'm thinking about giving up my expat status, because I'm not. I really enjoy living here. But I will say that for anyone considering becoming an expat, I think the balance of trying to maintain relationships with people that are close to you when they live thousands of miles away is something that perhaps you don't think about so much in the beginning when things are new and novel and every day is a party, especially in the tropics. You have a lot of distractions to keep you from focusing on that. Or it could just be that I'm getting older, and I mean, I'm 7 years older than when I moved here, so it could be that the things that I am missing just come with age. But I will say that that is the thing that I miss the most right now about being an expat. Anyway, thanks Meredith for the question. Shout out to my home state of Wisconsin. Go Packers. And if you have a question, I'd love it if you'd send it to me. You can drop me a line at hello@theadventures of Island Girl, or you can visit the Facebook page, The Adventures of Island Girl, and like the page or follow the page, and send me a private message that way. I promise I'll respond to everyone who sends me a note, and with your permission, maybe I'll turn one of your questions into a future vlog. That's it from Bonaire for today. Thanks for watching this very first vlog on Ask an Island Girl, and I hope to hear from you soon. Mwah.